Welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while, not too long, but I'm working at camp this summer, so need a little hiatus just for working. Tonight I have the night off, though, so we're making a really cool episode. I also wanted to say thank you to my sister-in-law, Lauren, for giving me this awesome shirt for my birthday. I was looking for this particular shirt at Keystone Comic-Con in September because we got Robert Paulson's autograph and got a picture taken with him. And he does a lot of voiceover work, did voices on Animaniacs, and specifically he sang the Coca-Cola theme song on the Coca-Cola episode of Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. So thank you very much. It's awesome. I love it. And today we're going to be talking specifically about...
The Memory Maker.
The Memory Maker. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? You have a little bit of information,
yes.
Right? Okay. So we're going to kind of show you what's on the website now about pricing and things like that. While Jessica goes over a little bit about what exactly that says.
So for $169, it's the advanced purchase of the Memory Maker. And this one does not include photos taken within 3 days of the purchase.
Okay, so if it was, we're going on the 30th, and if we would buy it on the 28th, our first day wouldn't show up there.
Yeah.
What about if you buy it last minute?
That is $199, and that one, it says it starts immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, can be used upon purchase.
All right, very good. So $169 if you pre-purchase it, $199 if you purchase it and use it right away. So this is our third trip. We haven't purchased it for this trip. If you have a party of, so that's about $179, let's say $180. Let's just say that number. And if you have 3 people going and you divide that, it's $60 each. So if you have a large party, you can divide that price up because everybody on the linked Magic Band will get kind of the same pictures. So that's kind of a benefit if you have a pretty large party going.
Mm-hmm. And you'll get all of the pictures that the photographers take. Right,
because they'll if you beat a character, the photographer will take like 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures with that character in different like angles and different how do you say, like poses as you're walking up, candids, posed, things like that. So it's kind of beneficial. Some really cool stuff there.
And I think any pictures from the rides.
Yes.
Are also.
And the rides.
Yeah,
there's also a couple of places that I'm trying to think of the exact place, and we took a picture there without kind of knowing what it was, but in Frontierland, where there was kind of a Wild West little area in the back, and I think if you stand there, you can get some extra stuff. And if you put your hand out in certain places, they can superimpose like a Tinkerbell. You can get all of cool frames and things like that, or little artwork underneath the picture.
Around your pictures.
Right. So there's some like really interesting and very cool things that you can get with those. Now, we haven't done that, and we didn't do it for this trip. What we ended up doing is we took the money that we would have purchased the Memory Maker with at the $199 level, and we bought a $200 kind of point-and-shoot camera. Is it a Nikon Coolpix, I think, right? And when we get to the park and we go to meet a character, there's a photographer there, and we give the photographer our camera, and the photographer take pictures of us with our camera, and then also take pictures with the Memory Maker camera, and then scan our Magic Bands. So if for some reason something goes wrong with the picture that they took with our camera, we could still purchase a la carte the pictures that we want. And that has happened a few times. Some specific ones, when we met Mulan, our camera battery died, and I think they used our cell phone. So if we can, if we have that picture, we'll kind of show what it looked like before and then what they took. We have also used it for Beast when we met Beast in Be Our Guest dinner, because the lighting was like a little off when it's used our camera, so we just purchased the other
the lighting
picture.
always seems to be better when it's their camera.
Right. And and I don't think that it's on purpose. I don't think they say like, oh, well, this isn't our camera, so let's not do as good of a job so they can buy it. I don't think they do that. but it's definitely better. Their camera is like a professional grade camera, and we're taking what camera we have. Now, so the benefit of going with them is those borders. The pictures usually are quite a bit better, and you get a lot more poses than what they would take with our camera. They might take like 2 pictures, maybe just even the one with our camera, and they take a lot more with the other. But a benefit to bringing your own cameras, usually you'll bring out your own camera anyway, because you know that there will be times when you're going to be somewhere where there is not a photographer there, like at restaurants. You're taking a picture of the food, or you might be...
When we met Mary Poppins, she did not have a photographer.
Right.
So we used our camera.
Right, and so having our camera
and
handy and ready...
the cast member that was with her that took our picture with our camera.
Right, and here we'll like kind of show a picture of what our Mary Poppins picture looks like here. So that's Mary Poppins, and again, that's with our camera, and they didn't have a photographer. They had a handler, but not a specified photographer. We also don't get the pictures from the rides, but sometimes we'll look and we'll say, oh, that's a really fun picture, and we just buy a la carte. So,
and I think they were around $15?
Yeah, I think $15. So we might have bought 2 or 3 pictures, and we're definitely not spending the $169 or whatever price it would be for what few pictures we did get. But specifically, we like to take pictures of our food to show people what it looks like, not just even for YouTube, because we were taking the pictures of our food before we ever even thought, hey, let's make some like cool YouTube videos or anything. But in the restaurants, and a perfect example is when we ate at Chefs de France, and the waiter was great. I thought the seating that we had was just really... It was very, very nice. We were right by the window, and they were nice enough, I think the waiter, right?
Yeah.
To take our picture.
Yeah, and he asked, like, we didn't ask him to take our picture. He said, do you want me to take your picture? And we said, oh, sure. Right,
so it was very nice, and there were no photographers there because it's not a character meal and things like that. So most people will have a camera with them anyway for those types of pictures, and if you already have a camera there, you wouldn't necessarily have to spend the money to have somebody take a picture with another camera that you're gonna keep, unless your picture didn't turn out. But so like ultimately, it's really up to each individual group going, or each individual person going, whether or not it's beneficial to them. Some people might not want to worry about having to lug the camera around. We specifically bought one that wasn't overly large. We have a DSLR that we keep at home that we take other places. I think we took it to like Assateague Island and Chincoteague Island, but we didn't take it to Disney because it's going to be heavy to carry around. But we take the smaller camera because it's not as tough to carry around. We do have more equipment now that we're probably going to bring with us. Maybe we'll do a video of some of our equipment at some point. But as of right now, we're not going to be taking lighting or anything like that with us, or microphones. It'll probably be our cell phone, an action camera, and probably the point and shoot again. So nothing major, but probably more than normal visitors would bring, just for the vlogging and everything. But the benefits for us by not getting Memory Maker kind of outweigh the cost, because that gives us a little bit more money in our pocket to spend at the parks for things like lightsabers and droids and things like that, like things that we'd like to spend our money on, or extra food other places. And that $200 we paid for the camera, we've now taken it on 2 trips, and this will be our 3rd, so that $200 ended up getting spread between 3 trips. So that was a little bit more cost effective than doing it that way. So if you've visited Disney and you've gotten Memory Maker, let us know what you thought of it, if you would do it again, or maybe not do it again. If you wouldn't have done it the second time around, let us know. And please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We are up to, I believe, 60 plus subscribers, which is awesome. And thank you to everybody that has subscribed now. And please share the video with your friends.